Hi, I'm Zac Farnell. Thank you for joining me for another edition of your Timberlane weather update. Right on the heels of two major winter storms, we're getting two more next week, so stay tuned as we look through all of that upcoming. Now, right now, this week has been pretty warm on the heels of that last winter storm. We got all rain and much of the snow melted. Whatever's left, probably going to melt over the next couple days. It's in the 40s, maybe the 30s, where the snow is being preserved up towards the skiing areas in the north, but really the only place we're seeing some Arctic cold across the continental US up in the northern plains. This is yesterday. You see these places maybe towards the 30s. Way up north we're seeing it start to reach towards zero overnight. This all changed as this plunge continues to head south. Places hit zero, and during the daytime today that did not change. Look at these temperatures. Really, they didn't warm up at all as the sun came out today, so this is why we're looking towards the next week being a really cold one. Not quite as cold as we're seeing up in Canada. Let's take a closer look. -30, -35 as we head up towards Arctic Canada. That's something even unusual for them. So as we head towards the next couple days, look out towards the central US. This area is getting blasted with some ridiculously cold temperatures. Luckily for us, the weather has remained pretty calm. Last night it hit the 30s, and today towards the 40s. A usual, maybe warm for the average time for January, but nothing out of the real ordinary for this time of the year. And again, nothing really crazy on the satellite. We are seeing some general instability. It's more clear down towards the south. There's a bit of a high pressure system sitting that way, but our area, not a whole lot going on. We do have some instability, a couple small low pressure systems in the area. Nothing quite enough to bring us some precipitation. That all changes next week though. Look at the fronts map. This is now Friday. We see a big storm solidified down in towards the Colorado area. This is going to spell doom for much of the East Coast. This storm, combining with a little bit of this storm up in the north and some real instability down towards the east, is going to create a monster. This is still Friday's outlook on the front, so let's take a look. There's no high pressure system here. There's nothing blocking it. There's nothing preventing it. There's even some low pressure systems that might help it out. So look out as we head towards Saturday. This is early Saturday, so the rain hasn't quite started for us yet, but this thing gets cranking across much of the northern section of the country. Much of the northern section of the country. The snow dumps, the temperatures fall, and in front of it, the temperatures rise quickly. For us, the rain will be falling as the temperatures soar. 40s, 50s, 60s aren't quite out of the question, especially down towards southern parts of New England. So towards Sunday, we see this storm finally move away, and it really sucks all the life out of much of the country. There's not a whole lot of high pressure systems across the area. There's one all the way up towards the north. That's an Arctic high that we can expect to be dropping the temperatures for much of the country. But really, this low pressure system has taken all the juice out of the air, out of the atmosphere, and it's going to remain calm for a couple of days. That will break, however, as we head towards Tuesday, so beware of the commute. Let's take a look at what that looks like exactly. This week, maybe towards the 50s, the 60s, again, not out of the question on Saturday. Sunday, partly cloudy, towards the 40s, and we finally see that drop begin to hit Monday. Your high only around freezing. Tuesday, your high also around the low 30s, the high 20s. And there's a really big factor of uncertainty with this storm upcoming on Tuesday. There's a chance it just barely moves over our area. We get about 4 inches of snow. There's also a chance we see another overachieving storm dropping towards a foot. But looking towards Wednesday, we do know it will be stopping sometime in the morning hour, and as we head towards the rest of the week, some flurries may begin to swing up on Friday, but not a whole lot of accumulation expected overall. So next Tuesday, we expect another winter storm. It seems like it's an endless pattern now. We waited forever for the snow to come, and it's finally arrived. Once that happens, the cold hits, and we can finally begin to see January take over as we get towards the end of the month and the beginning of the second semester. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Zac Farnell with another Timberlane weather update.